Since 2025 has passed, why not rank every single short film slash fan film that I watched last year from the worst to the best? Be sure to leave your list down below. I just want to clarify too, I don't think any of these are bad. By any means. I actually think all of them are decent and even better. Last place for me, Poor Girl. Like I said before, not a bad short film. I would say this one's still decent, even though it's my least favorite. The thing that holds this back from coming to one of my top spots is just because, like, I think you can tell, like, how lower budget of a film it is. Where, as well, there's this, like, grainy filter to it that I wasn't too big of a fan of, but it is very well acted and very well directed, I will say. At the number 5 spot, I have Memory. This was a solid murder mystery, but the reason why I don't have it higher is just because I do think it was a little bit short. I wish they added a little bit more to the film to kind of help with the killer reveal's motive a little bit more, so it's a little easier to understand. Other than that, still pretty solid. Number 4, I have Halloween Aftermath. Essentially what I just said about Memory. However, I think this is a little bit too long, where it's 2.5 hours long. Where overall, as a whole, it is an interesting concept. It is a Halloween fan film that takes place in between Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, I believe, where there were some pretty solid characters in this one. The kills were also pretty decent. And the overall Michael Myers, the guy that's playing them, did a really good job too. 3, I have Sweet Boy, a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film where it kind of takes place in between the 2 remake movies. So like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 and Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Beginning. Where overall as a whole, they did a great job at making it feel like it was actually a part of that timeline. Where I thought the Leatherface you had in here was great. I thought there was some generally disturbing moments in here, and the gore was pretty solid too. Even though, as expected with a fan film, there's not a whole lot of it because, you know, it's lower budget. But that's being said, still, this is a great Texas Chainsaw Massacre short film I would recommend. My number 2, I have Snow Bear, which is a hand-drawn animated film where overall it was just a sweet, cute little short film, and you can totally understand why it took a few years to make because the animation in here is flawless. My number 1 for me is still Joker's Wild. This was the first short film that I watched last year, and it held that number 1 spot for a very, very, very long time, where you have David Howard Thornton, aka Art the Clown himself, playing the Joker in this. Where it essentially goes through the motions of what happened before Jason Todd's death. Or should I say death, wink wink. Where it certainly is not going to be for the faint of heart. It's not going to be a very rewatchable short film, but it was very well done. And as a short film, it impressed the crap out of me at making it feel like, oh, maybe this is an actual real movie.